What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Infinite Gains. We're back with the GME and AMC update video, so let's lock in. I'm recording this kind of late, so I'm probably gonna have this just like posted in the morning. Something was wrong with my recording audio or something, but anyways, let's hop right into it. So let's go over GME weekly, right? So we've been making higher lows that we've been talking about, right? We will able to break that 2450 level that exists on our 4-hour chart, which is that point of control at 2450. So that was actually a very good thing to see. Let's look at our volume analysis here. So we actually saw an uptick in volume, right? So we saw some volume spikes. So right whenever we tested that 2450, we saw a large spike in volume. Bearish pushed it back down. We were able to find a higher low. We broke that 2450 again. Now, once 2450 was broken, we actually started getting some more volume coming into here. As you can see, we saw some volume spikes, with our volume analysis right here. So that was a very good thing to see. So essentially what we're seeing is we're seeing higher prices with more volume and consolidation. So, price isn't getting immediately rejected at these levels. So, I mean, it's a very good thing to see. It's a very good thing to see that volume is coming back in. So that 2827 level that we talked about, we did hit that level. We got slightly rejected. Now, that's a huge level, man. Like, this is your value range, right? This is your volume range on a weekly chart. So 28.7 breaking out of that range on a weekly time frame is, I mean, that's huge. Like, breaking 28.27 is huge. So that's kind of like your next point is on this weekly time frame to be able to break that 28.27 and with a sustained move, right? So that initial retest, I mean, we got rejected, we got pushed down there on Friday. We saw a volume spike on this weekly candle. Bears and bulls had a big fight on Friday, which we did see some kind of big price action there, but we were able to close above that point of control by about $3, $3.50. So that was a very good thing to see. So kind of our next level is 28.27. A level after that would be the top of our range on our daily chart, which would be 34.10. So we are currently at resistance right here, but it's fine. Even on a daily chart, we're consolidating. That Friday bar was actually pretty good, right? So we gapped up. We filled the gap here at 27.38 on that daily. Then we came all the way down to fill that partial gap at 26.47 from this daily candle here. So we were able to fill both gaps on this daily time frame. So that's very good to see. So essentially next week we want to see a continuation, right? We're consolidating on daily. We see we see this spike in volume right here. So we want to see a continuation, right? We want to see a continuation back to the upside, break out of this consolidation, start testing 28.27, start testing 34.10 on our daily chart, which is up here at this blue line that you see. So that's the top of our range. So, I mean, that's huge. Breaking your weekly range and then breaking your daily range at 34.10. Like, that's huge. Breaking those two levels, 28.27, 34.10. I mean, that's huge, man. Like, that is huge. Like, if beyond those levels, like, shit can get real. Like, shit can get crazy. I mean, you're gonna have some resistance at if we go back to our weekly after that 34.10 level, you might have some resistance at 47.60 to that $49 level, and then which is resistance on your weekly chart. Beyond that, I mean, you're testing the top of this yellow channel, and then beyond that, I mean, it's like you're talking about MOAS numbers. You're talking about some crazy levels. So we got to start breaking some levels. We got to see a continuation. Next week. So yeah, I mean, let's see what it brings us. Worst case, and we do happen to come back down. We do have some pretty good support. Here at that $25 level, even all the way to 24. So you have $25. 25.40, and then you also have that huge support sitting at 24.50. So line in the sand, you don't want to break 24.50. I guess I'm kind of fine with a retrace. Preferably not. Preferably you just want to take advantage of this volume. Want to take advantage of all these options in the money. You want to take advantage of this gamma ramp. Like, you just want to see a continuation and start testing these levels. This is what you want to see. Like, this is what you want to see. If for some reason we come back and test, you know, we have that $25, 20, 25, 40, but I mean, kind of line in the sand, man. Like, line in the sand. We do not want to break 24.50. Like, we do not want to break that level. Well, actually, it's at 24.49 now, so we don't want to break that 24.49. But I mean, that is like a big level that, you know, you don't want to break that. You don't want to break that. So, all right. So yeah, GME next levels 28.27, 34.10, and then $49. Those are kind of your next levels at this point, right? So, all right, so that's GME, and then let's head over to AMC. Next kind of levels here. So AMC actually came up and tested that point of control on our daily chart, which is at 475. Boom, came up, tested 475, which actually coincides with your daily 100 SMA, which is that green line that you see on the chart here. So we got a rejection for both the point of control and the daily 100 SMA, which is fine. We came back down. Actually, you can see this wick here. We tested perfectly that daily 200 SMA sitting at 445. So your daily 200 SMA is at 445, which we perfectly tested on that daily candle. We came back into our volume-based support level here. And then now we're kind of testing on that 4-hour chart. We're testing our daily 50 SMA, which is this orange line here. So preferably that acts as support, which is sitting at 447. So this is actually pretty good, man. And also same deal with AMC. We are seeing a return in volume with these volume spikes. In our volume analysis, we are seeing a spike in volume as we push higher, and we are making higher lows. We're coming back and we're retesting that daily 200 SMA. So if we have a continuation back to the upside, we want to break these downtrends here. We want to break 501 on our 4-hour chart. We want to break 562 as our next level. If $5 is broken, if 562 is broken, we want to test that final level on our daily chart of 816. Once 816 is broken, that is essentially the equivalent of 3410 for GME. And so if 3410 and 816 are broken on AMC and GME, you're looking extremely well to retest this 3-year-long downtrend, and then essentially gain access. Once this downtrend has been broken, we can gain access to these much higher levels of these gap fills of the weekly 200 SMA sitting around $60 or $70. Should be around $68 is that weekly 200 SMA. So that's our AMC idea. You know, obviously we've talked a lot about you know, our macro kind of, you know, GME idea of, you know, breaking out of this range and, you know, testing the top of these channels, right? So that's kind of our GME and AMC idea. Let's look at costs really quickly. It's loading up here. So yeah, cost is just trading in this triangle, very simple. We've been riding or kind of retesting multiple times this fib zone at 659. So 659 should be support for now. We have our volume-based support level all the way at 680, the 680 zone. So 680 and then that 659 are going to be your next two support levels. Kind of really basic idea on cost is to break out of this triangle. What are our next resistance zones? So your next resistance is going to be 845. Your point of control at 927, and then ultimately 1132 is going to be kind of the top of your range here, kind of last resistance level at that 1132. Before we can gain access to much higher levels and costs, right? You know, we initially had this consolidation in cost before this huge move. It's kind of the same setup here where you have these two triangles, you know, consolidation patterns and cost before this really huge move to the upside. This was a 15,000% move, so, you know, do not sleep on costs. I mean, this thing can actually move thousands of percent, so, you know, not something that we should sleep on, you know, these consolidation patterns, right? So those are your resistance level, those are your support levels on costs. We covered a lot of stuff, you know, as far as you know, GME goes. I know that we've, you know, had some news about, you know, Buck the Bunny. Seems like, you know, some kind of, you know, GME mascot that's coming back and, you know, posting memes and stuff on, you know, x.com and you know, whatnot. So that is kind of interesting. Let's just focus on our technical analysis and stuff. Let's not, kind of bet on, Buck the Bunny. I'm not sure, maybe it is connected to Roaring Kitty. Maybe they have some kind of really cool, plan with Buck the Bunny. But, as of now, we don't really know anything. But I think it is, pretty interesting, and something that we should keep an eye on here. So, anyways, so we went over a bunch of different stuff, man. We went over a bunch of different levels in GME and AMC. I hope this kind of, provides some clarity. The last, several weeks we've been, tracking pretty good. Things have kind of been going as planned, with this, we're making higher lows, we're breaking that 24-50, that kind of gained us access to that 28-27 level. So kind of our next level again is that 28-27 to actually fully break it, out of this consolidation. Then you want to test that 34-10, and then like shit gets real, after that 34-10 level. So, preferably, next week, we literally just take advantage. Like we just have to take advantage of this rising volume. We have to take, advantage of like these, options that are in the money, which, is kind of funny because this is kind of like a similar setup to actually the May move where, you're retesting this point of control. You come back up and you actually make a consolidation pattern right above that point of control. Well, we're right above that point of control, making that consolidation pattern right now. So, there are similarities. I'm not going to say that it is the same, but, it is very similar that we are kind of making this flagging pattern on our 4-hour chart, which is kind of interesting. Right after, we saw this spike in volume, which we saw a spike in volume in May right here, right before you saw that continuation. So just some kind of, interesting observation that, we did break that pretty huge, level of that 24.50 and then started consolidating at this higher level. So that is pretty interesting. So yeah, short term, 28.27, 31.35, 34.10. Those are your next three levels. So those are levels that we need to be paying attention to. Really once that 34.10 and then, is broken, then you gain access to higher numbers like 49, potentially, testing May highs. So, yep, that's pretty much the whole video. We went over a lot of stuff, and I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, shoot me a message in Discord. We're almost at 200 members in that Discord, man. Like it's pretty cool, man. So make sure to join the Discord and we can chat. We have a cool community growing there. So I appreciate all you guys. And again, I'll probably be posting this like in the morning, or I'll have it upload in the morning because it's like 11:30 right now. So or maybe I'll just post it now. I don't know, but appreciate you guys for watching. It's my bad. Something went wrong with the audio or whatever. So, but yeah, that's everything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.